The following projects have won gold awards.
For excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting engineering services. AirUp for New York Rising Community Reconstruction Program. And the client is Governor's Office of Storm Recovery.
CDM URS Joint Venture for New York City Disinfection Pilot Study. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
HDR for Transportation Corridor Study for New York State Route 17. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation, Region 8.
VHB Engineering, Surveying, and Landscape Architecture for LaGuardia Airport Runway Safety Area Enhancements, EA. And the client is Port Authority of New York and New Jersey.
For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems. AKF Engineers for 157. And the client is Extel Development Company.
Cameron Engineering and Associates for Eastport South Manor Primary School. And the client is Eastport South Manor Central School District.
Erdman Anthony for SUNY Geneseo Bailey Hall Rehabilitation. And the client is State University Construction Fund.
Siska Hennessy Group for Danbury Hospital New Patient Tower. And the client is the SLAM Collaborative.
For excellence in the category of structural systems, D. Simone Consulting Engineers for International Gem Tower. And the client is Extel Development.
Gilsands Murray Stefacek for 837 Washington. And the client is Taconic Investment Partners.
HACS for reconstruction of Claremont Parkway Bridge over Metro North Railroad. And the client is New York City Department of Transportation.
Severud Associates for Los Angeles Forum. And the client is Madison Square Garden Company.
WSP for Sprainbrook Parkway Bridges over New York State Route 119. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
For excellence in the category of environmental, Gannett Fleming, Arcadis Joint Venture for Cross River Pump Station. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, Cameron Engineering and Associates for Bergen Point Wastewater Treatment Plant Effluent UV Disinfection. And the client is Suffolk County Department of Public Works.
For excellence in the category of water resources, HACS D&B Engineers and Architects, URS Joint Venture for Gilboa Dam Reconstruction. And the client is New York City Department of Environmental Protection.
Jaros Baum and Bowles for State University of New York College of Agriculture and Technology at Cobleskill. And the client is State University Construction Fund.
For excellence in the category of transportation, AECOM for reconstruction of Connor Street Bulkhead. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
HDR for New York and Atlantic Railway Wheel Spur Intermodal Facility and Freight Yard. And the client is Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
For excellence in the category of special projects, AirUp for Soma Teachers Village Buildings 2 and 5. And the client is RBH Group.
B. Thayer Associates for Accelerated Playground Construction. And the client is Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Tri-Borough Bridge and Tunnel Authority.
Distinct Engineering Solutions for reconstruction of Belt Parkway Bridges, Fresh Creek. And the client is Tully Posilico, JV.
Ocean and Coastal Consultants for Brooklyn EcoDock. And the client is Metropolitan Waterfront Alliance.
Woodard and Curran for Reese Park Improvements. And the client is Town of Somers, New York.
For excellence in the category of energy, Jaros Baum and Bowles for Brooklyn Botanic Garden Visitor Center. And the client is Brooklyn Botanic Garden.
The following projects have won Platinum Awards. For excellence in the category of studies, research, and consulting engineering services, Ecology and Environment Engineering for influence of dredge material placement on algal blooms in Lake Erie. And the client is United States Army Corps of Engineers, Buffalo District.
HACS for investigation monitoring of Gold Star Bridge. And the client is Connecticut Department of Transportation.
KS Engineers for City of Newark Traffic Sign Management. And the client is City of Newark.
Parsons Brinkerhoff on behalf of the SCAPE team for Rebuild by Design, Living Breakwaters. And the client is United States Department of Housing and Urban Development.
For excellence in the category of Building Technology Systems, AKF Engineers for St. Stanislaw Kostka RC Church, new HVAC installation. And the client is St. Stanislaw Kostka RC Church.
ME Engineers for Madison Square Garden Transformation. And the client is Brisbane Brook Bainon Architects.
For excellence in the category of structural systems, Amon and Whitney for the Queens Museum of Art expansion. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
D. Simone Consulting Engineers for 400 Park Avenue South. And the client is Equity Residential.
Gilsands Murray Steficek for Avalon West Chelsea. And the client is Avalon Bay Communities. Halmar International, Hardesty and Hanover for design build for RFK bridge ramp replacement. And the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels. Jacobs for Alexander Hamilton Bridge rehabilitation. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
Leslie E. Robertson Associates for 4 World Trade Center. And the client is Silverstein Properties.
Severud Associates for Madison Square Garden Transformation. And the client is Madison Square Garden Company.
Thornton Tomasetti for Cornell University Bill and Melinda Gates Hall. And the client is Morphosis Architects.
WSP for Hollis E. Jennings Bridge Replacement. And the client is Massachusetts Department of Transportation.
For excellence in the category of surveying and mapping technology, MJ Engineering and Land Surveying for mobile mapping Whiteface Veterans Memorial Highway. And the client is New York State Department of Transportation.
For excellence in the category of environmental, ARUP for building and environmental research and teaching. And the client is Toshiko Mori Architects, Gilbane Building Company.
For excellence in the category of waste and stormwater, CRA Infrastructure and Engineering for Digester and Grit System Improvements Project. And the client is City of Geneva.
MRB Group Engineering, Architecture, Surveying for Scottsville Regional Pump Station, Force Main. And the client is Village of Scottsville.
For excellence in the category of water resources, Wendell for Horseheads Water Treatment Plant Design. And the client is Village of Horseheads.
For excellence in the category of transportation,
Clark Patterson Lee for Broad Court Chestnut Street Project with Roundabout. And the client is City of Rochester.
Hardesty and Hanover Construction Services for Henry Hudson Bridge Rehabilitation. And the client is MTA Bridges and Tunnels.
Wendell for Chatham Area Transit Intermodal Station. And the client is Chatham Area Transit. For excellence in the category of special projects, Jacobs for reconstruction of Linden Place. And the client is New York City Economic Development Corporation.
Parsons Brinkerhoff for Maid of the Mist U.S. Mooring and Winter Storage Facility. And the client is Maid of the Mist Corporation.
Robert Silman Associates for LaFrac Center at Lakeside. And the client is Prospect Park Alliance.
For excellence in the category of energy, PW Grosser Consulting for Weeksville Closed Loop Geothermal System. And the client is New York City Department of Design and Construction.
ACEC New York, leaders in the business of engineering.